last class we have studied about the clothes we wear. Okay, so before entering into the clothes we wear second part, shall we have a short revision about the clothes we wear? Okay, so why do we wear clothes? We wear clothes to protect us from wind, dirt, dust, animals and some climatic conditions. Okay, so for all those things we wear clothes. Okay, so how do we obtain clothes? We obtain clothes either by naturally or by man-made. Man-made clothes are also called as synthetic clothes. Okay, so either by natural. From natural, how do we get? We get it from plants and animals. Okay, so plants, what are the different types of plants? From how do we get it from, get the clothes from plants? Okay, the first one what we got is cotton. Okay, the cotton flowers are turned into cotton balls. Okay, using this cotton balls, a special machine called as ginning. Okay, we pick the cotton balls from the cotton plants. We put it inside the ginning machine. What does the ginning machine does? The ginning machine removes the seeds from the cotton. Okay, then we get the pure cotton. Okay, so there is one question. What is ginning? Okay, what is ginning? Cotton balls are picked by hands and cleaned. That process is called as ginning. Okay, so from the cotton we take a thread like structure called as yarn. Using this yarn we are going to make fabrics. Okay, what is a fabric? Fabric is nothing but a small piece of cloth. Okay, the next one is using the small piece of cloth, what do we obtain? We obtain cotton clothes, the clothes. Okay, these are the things we are going to wear. For wearing these things, we get this from the cotton plant. The next one, what we are going to see is jute. Okay, the next plant is the jute plant. Okay, jute is obtained from the stem of the jute plant. Using the stem of the jute plant, we obtain jute. The process that we dried and then we take it as a jute. Okay, what are the uses of jutes? We can make carpets, bags, and then rolls. Okay, those things we obtain from jute. The next one is linen. The next plant is linen. We get linen from the flax plant. Okay. In Tamil it is called as Ali Tavarangal. Okay. Here also we use the stem of the flax plant to get the linen. Okay. And then using a special machine we remove the linen. Okay. The next one, what are the uses of linen? Okay, we make bank notes, okay, paper, everything we get it from the linen. And now we are going to see how do we get or how do we obtain fibers from animals. Okay, to obtain the fibers from animals we are going to use two types of animals. One is sheep and another one is silkworm. Okay, so from the sheep we get wool, from the silkworm we get the silk. Okay, so how do we get wool from sheep? That we are going to see in the short slide. Okay, so for that the sheep body is cut. Okay, the sheep body is cut, then the skin is immersed inside the water and it is washed to remove all the dirts. The next slide shows you using a small machine they are removing the skin of the sheep. Okay, so that process is called as shearing. Removing the skin of the sheep from the sheep body is called as shearing. Then what are the uses of wool? Uses of wool is to make woolen clothes. Okay, woolen threads. All these things we get from the sheep. Okay, so dark colored woolen clothes absorbs heat and keep us warm. During the winter season or during the rainy season we wear woolen clothes to keep ourselves warm. Today I can have a clear view that you understand about the wool. Okay, so how do we get wool? We get wool from the sheep. The next part we are going to move to the silk. Okay, how do we get silk? We get silk from the silkworm. Okay, the silkworm, that is the cocoon stage. Okay, there are 4 stages to remove the silk from the silkworm. In that 4 stage, when the cocoon arrives in that stage, the silk is moved from the silkworm. Okay, so what are the 4 stages? The 4 stages are, we are going to see it in the slide. Okay, the first stage is the female moth. Okay, lays the egg on the leaves. Okay, that is the first stage. Second, the eggs are turned into larva. The third stage is the cocoon stage. Okay, from the cocoon, this cocoon is covered with the silk thread. The cocoon is covered with the silk thread. Using in that stage, the silk is removed. The next stage, it turns to the butterfly. Okay, only in this cocoon stage, we are getting the silk. Okay, so how do we get silk? See, those cocoons are put it inside the hot water, and using the small machine, we remove the silk from the cocoon of the silkworm. Okay, that is called as rearing. The rearing of silkworm for the production of silk is called as sericulture. Okay, so what is sericulture? The rearing, that is removing. The rearing of the silkworm for the production of the silk is called as sericulture. Okay, so this is by using a hot water, we kill the silkworm. We kill the silkworm and we get the silk. Okay, this is the process. By killing the silkworm, we get a silk. And that is one process. The second process is by getting naturally. Okay, how do we get silk naturally without killing the silkworm? We must not kill animals. Okay, so how do we get it naturally? For that, there is another slide. See, in this slide, you see, this is the cocoon stage. Okay, you can see the silk. This white thread is called as silk. The animal, when it goes into the adult stage, turning into the butterfly stage, it leaves the silkworm. Okay, we have to wait for those time. It takes a long process to change it into the adult. So, we have to wait. We can remove all the silk from the cocoon. Then it turns into the butterfly. We have to wait for those time to remove the silk. This process is the natural process of removing the silk from the silkworm. Okay, so how do we get silk? We get silk from the cocoon of the silkworm. There are 4 stages. First stage is the egg. Second one is the larva. Third stage is the cocoon, where we put the cocoon into the hot water and we remove the thread from the cocoon. And then using those thread, we make silk cloths. What are silk saris and all? We get it from the silkworm. Natural stages, we leave the cocoon. We leave the cocoon for its own time to change into larva. That to change into the adult form of the butterfly. In that butterfly stage, the cocoon itself leaves the silk thread. It takes a longer time. For that reason only, the cocoon is put into the hot water, they will remove it fastly. We must not kill animals, so we have to wait for some time to remove the silk from the cocoon. Okay, after this I think it is clear how do we get silk from the silkworm. Next topic what we are going to view is the synthetic clothes. Okay, how do we get synthetic clothes? We get using some chemicals. The synthetic clothes are also called as man-made clothes. Okay, man-made clothes, or it is called as artificial clothes. Synthetic clothes are also called as man-made clothes or artificial clothes. Okay, these synthetic clothes are divided into different types such as nylon, rayon, acrylic, etc. Okay, we have a short glance in the slide. Okay, so this is the synthetic clothes we get from nylon. Synthetic fiber is also called as a man-made or artificial fiber. one of the synthetic fiber is the nylon. See, nylon thread, socks, umbrellas, zips, everything we get it from the synthetic fiber nylon. Next one is the polyester. It is also a artificial fiber. Next slide is rayon. Rayon, okay. The coat we wear in the rainy season, okay, that we get from rayon. Next slide is acrylic. The color paints we use to draw, those things are called as acrylic. So what are the different types of synthetic fibers? The different types of synthetic fibers are nylon, second one is polyester, third one is rayon, and the fourth one is acrylic. Okay, so how do we obtain clothes? We obtain clothes naturally. From plants and animals. Okay, from plants means we have revised through the cotton, jute and linen. From animals, that is from wool and silk. We get it from sheep and silkworm. The last one is the synthetic clothes. Synthetic clothes, we get it from chemicals. Using some chemicals, we get the different types of clothes. Okay, the last part of the lesson we are going to come. That is, how can we take care of clothes? How can we take care of clothes? A long process is there to make clothes, to wear, to make us look beautiful. So, how do we maintain clothes? How do we maintain clothes, or how can we take care of clothes? Okay, so for this, we should take care of clothes so that they last longer. Why do we have to take care of clothes? We should take care of clothes so that it lasts longer. Okay, so silk and woolen clothes could be dry cleaned. What are the clothes to be dry cleaned? Silk and woolen clothes. Next part is wash your clothes regularly. Okay, every day we have to wash it regularly. Then wash it with good detergents. Okay. The next slide is it should be stored in dry places. Okay, this is the naphthalene balls. We use this naphthalene balls to protect our clothes from the small insects called as moths and silverfish. Okay, silverfish is in the color of silver color. That is why it is called as silverfish. So, for this thing, we have to protect the clothes. These are the ways to protect our clothes. So, up to this, we have finished the chapter, the clothes we wear. Okay. So, how do we take care of clothes? We take care of clothes. Silk and woolen clothes should be dry cleaned. Wash your clothes regularly. Wash it with good detergent. Store it in a dry place. And then, the last thing is, use naphthalene balls to protect your clothes from moths and silverfish. Okay, ma? I think the chapter, the clothes we wear, you are very clear. Thank you.